You're going to need to add seam allowance. In the handout, I specified 3/8 inch seam allowance all the way around, and then 1 inch double turn hem at the bottom. So I'm going to show you how to do the double turn. You guys know how to add 3/8 inch seam allowance to pieces. Okay. I have seams turned off. Okay. You could even just select all of your pieces and say 0.375. Okay. For the bottom hem, you're going to select your center front, center back, side, front, side, back. And you're going to give 1 inch. Okay. Now, the double turn comes from corners. You're going to go corner, turn back. You're going to choose second fold, 1 inch. You're going to notch extension, and you can go ahead and notch both sides. Okay. You're going to select the bottom line, select the bottom line, select, select. Okay. So basically what that does is it takes your already existing 1 inch hem and it adds an additional 1 inch fold. So it could be you could do a 1/2 inch fold and then a 1 inch fold. It's up to you, but all you're specifying is that second fold when you do the corner, and it's going to add on to your already existing seam allowance. So now I have a 1 inch double fold. I get a notch there. If my piece was super shaped, I would get a nice shape, and I wouldn't have to do that manually. So once you're done with all of your pieces, you're going to close your model. You're going to go and open it in Model Editor. In Model Editor, we're going to first name our categories. Okay, this is first piece. Okay. This is front measure. I'm going to call these my measure pieces, back measure, because that's their purpose right now. If I wanted to go trace off different pieces, change the style lines, they're just kind of that block piece that's holding my measurements. This is, I'm going to use that code that's in the middle of my pieces. Side, front, center, back, side, back yoke. Oh, I do have those 10 pieces in there. Okay. This is back facing, front facing. Okay. I am going to change this to 0 for my measure pieces so they don't show up in my marker. For center front, I want 1. For side front, I want 1 and 1 with flips. Center back, I want 1 and 1. Side back, I want 1 and 1. Back yoke, I want 1 and, nope. Back yoke, I want 2 and 2. These I want 0. Back facing, I want 1 and 1. Front facing, I want 1. Oops. 1. Okay. Then for my fabrics, fabric 1, I'm going to put A in every single piece, even my measure pieces. If you don't put anything in your measure pieces, you're going to end up with a third marker that has no letter attached to it. Okay. Then in the fabric 2, because we have self-facing, self-fusible pieces, for our 2 facing pieces, we're going to put a B in fabric 2. So basically what that says is this piece gets cut in self and fusible. So this is our fabric 1, this is our fabric 2. If we had separate fusible pieces, we would just put a B in that column. But since these pieces are serving 2 purposes, we're going to leave it like that. I'm going to go here and I'm going to say file save. Okay. Oops. Okay, I think it's not letting me change the category because these pieces don't exist anymore. So I just changed these letters so that it would let me save. Otherwise, it wouldn't let me save. I'm going to close this and go back to my model in PDS. Okay, and I'm going to go File, Create, Edit Model, Remove Pieces, and get rid of these temp pieces and say OK. I also realized that I forgot to mirror. Okay, so mirror, fold after mirror, you can go ahead and just notch both ends, mirroring the center front here, and I'm mirroring the center front here. Okay, I realized that because I was putting in cut ones of those center fronts, and I wouldn't have had, my piece wouldn't have opened up when I finally made my marker. All right, so now that is done, I'll just check my model editor one more time. Okay, I'm just checking everything's saved, even though I deleted those pieces. Everything looks good. I'm going to close this. With my model selected, I'm going to go to Process, Easy Order. Okay, I'm going to expand this. And first thing I'm going to do is name my marker prefix. So I'm going to call this my initials 2502. Okay, we should see this down here. You should have an A and a B. If you have a blank third row that has no fabric type, chances are you have maybe your block pieces, your measure pieces in your model editor, and they aren't marked 0 or they don't have A's in them. Okay, so even though we're not cutting them in self fabric, we still have to put them in fabric category. We are going to update our fabric 54 and 45. So fabric A is 54, fabric B is 45. My order quantities, you have to figure that out with a common denominator. So my common denominator here, if I want to start with try 12, 12 goes into 24, 12 also goes into 36. So 12 divided by 12 is 1, 24 divided by 12 is 2, 36 divided by 12 is 3. So really I would have 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 2, 1, 1. Okay, so I'm going to type in 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 2, 1, 1. Okay. I'm going to hit Save, Process, and I should get 2 successes, A and B. Okay. Close this. Yes, I really want to close it. Go back to AccuMark Explorer. You might need to refresh to see your markers. So I have an A marker and I have a B marker. If I open these in Easy Marking, I should see my mirrored piece opened with just ones here. 1, 2, 3, 2 ones. I should see 2 columns for anything that I did a 1 and a 1, a flip. So the sides, the center backs, the side backs, the back yokes should have doubles. Back facings and the front facing should also be mirrored. Okay. So you're going to lay these pieces as you know how to do, and you'll collect that final length. You're also going to then lay this marker. Okay. All this is going to have in it are your facing pieces. You have a narrower fabric width here, but you also have little pieces, so hopefully you can get them all squeezed in there. Okay, and you're going to collect this length as well. Please take screenshots of both of these. You're going to save them when you're done. right? And then in your assignment, you are going to answer this fabric question. Okay, the tricky part here today is that you have 2 fabric costs and you have 2 separate markers. So you're going to have to run a per unit fabric cost for A and for B and add them together to give me what the total cost per unit would be. And that is it.